Hello and welcome back to another computer sluggish video. So today we're going to take a look at the basics of Gimp. So if we head on over to File and click on New, we're going to select a template, so let's just go for A4. And here you can choose if you want it landscape or just normal. And if we hit onto the advanced options, we're going to change the background color to transparency. So if you delete a certain bit of area, then it's going to show a transparent background. Here you've got your color space, so if you want to work in greyscale or RGB color, so we're just going to go in color. So if we press OK, we click OK. So here you can see my transparent background. So first things first, we're going to right click over here and create a new layer. So we're going to call this layer text, and we're going to have that have a transparent background as well. So here you can obviously choose your colors for the background, but let's just go transparent. So if we click onto text, which is over here in your toolbox tool options, and you can slide that over to make it slightly more visible and bigger. Right, so we click on the AA button and we can choose the font that we want to use. So if we just click onto, there we go, Corbel bold. So here we can also choose the size of how big we want our text. Let's make it nice and big. We'll go 30 there. And yeah, so now we're gonna hold down our left button and drag your mouse across the screen. So now it's created a text box. So if we just type in, put caps lock on and type in computer sluggish. Okay, so as you can see, it has typed it there, but it's very small. So if we just make that slightly bigger there, a bit too much there, so 195. Okay. So obviously you've got your options here, so you can change it from bold. So you can change it from bold or italic, and you can underline your text or put a stripe through it. So we're just going to leave it bold for now. Let's make that slightly bigger. Obviously these boxes around the outside of your text box is how big you want the actual text box to be. Right, so if we just click off of that for now, and now, right, now we're going to go over to, obviously here it's created a text layer for us. So if you click on this eye, it will hide the text. Okay, so if we go onto the text layer here, obviously now you can't see the text. But if we click back onto that layer, the computer sluggish text layer, as you can see on the right hand side here, if I just move that out a bit, so you can see it slightly better. Yeah, so now if I click onto this little box here, then obviously it displays text again. So now let's just head on back down to, let me see, okay, actually, right. So now if we right click onto the computer sluggish text, which is here, that we've created, and if we duplicate the layer, so you right click, if you click onto duplicate layer, it's now going to obviously make a duplication of this text. So click onto duplicate layer, and now we've got two layers. So obviously you can't see the other one because it's behind this text. But if I select this move tool, so shortcut key is M, but just for now I'll just show you it. So if I select that, and now yeah, there we go. So now we're just going to move this text over like this. So just grab the text and just move it. Okay, so obviously make sure it's got, at the moment it's got a cross through it, so if I click now it won't move it. But if I actually see that even in the yellow box it won't move the text. You've got to actually go over the text itself, so go over the letters and see it disappears the cross. So now I'm hovering over the R, I can actually move my text, if any of you get confused by that. So now we're just gonna just leave it there for a second. Let's, well, bring it down the bottom here. Okay, so that's duplication, and we're gonna hide that again. Hide that text, and now obviously you've got your pencil tool. If we head back down to the text layer, you can change the brush size here, and you can do that by obviously dragging the mouse. If you hover over the actual like blue bar, then you get a little arrow pointing up, and that will speed up the dragging speed of it. If you go to the right of it, when it's got two arrows like that, obviously it's a bit slower. It's a lot easier if you actually get the arrow up. So let's just put the full size on, and as you can see I've got my circle here. So we're just going to now change the colour. So if you click onto this little bit here, and you can select the colour. So we're just going to go blue for now. If we click on, okay, sorry, right, yeah. So as you can see, there's the old colour, the current colour that's selected. This is going to be the new colour. So if we hit OK now, we've got a nice blue, as you can see there. So now if we head over back to our layer, bearing in mind that I've got this text layer selected, we're just gonna go over this bit here, like so. Okay, so nice bit of blue there, look. There we go. So that's that bit done. If we, that's the pencil tool. Obviously you've got a paintbrush, which as you can see it does the same, but it leaves a nice little like blur effect around the edges. I'm just going to undo that now by pressing Ctrl and Z. Also, if you click up in the right hand corner, so you got layers, channels, paths and undo history. If you click up in the right hand corner and click onto the undo history, you can actually see all your history since creating this project. So for example, I could go forward again, and there's the paintbrush, or I could go back to the item visibility there. So let's just jump back again to when I'd done the pencil effect. So here you got your rubber. As you can imagine, select the layer on what you want to remove. So we got this text layer selected, which is this blue bit here. We just go over it like that, then obviously it rubs out the blue. So, and again, I'm going to press Ctrl and Z. If I click onto the undo history, you can actually watch it go back up. So Ctrl and Z, and there you go, you've seen it go back up. Okay, so now we're just going to change the background color quickly. So we've got, make sure you've got background selected. If we head on over to your bucket, now you've got a couple of options here. So you've got the mode. I'll go into more detail about this in another tutorial, but just for now we're going to select normal. and then you've got your background color fill, and also you've got a pattern fill. So if you want to do pine, for example, then it'll do like it's just different effects basically. So let's just go with background color fill, and we're gonna go with white. So I want to go white there. Okay, so now if we just click onto the transparent area, and there you go, we filled in the background. Let's go with a pattern now and go with pine. So as you can see, it's actually changed the background to pine effect, and there's quite a couple of effects here. Got leopard there. Before you fill it though, you're gonna want to go back, because as you can see, it's actually filling in the sections within that pine. So if we go back onto our undo history and click up to the white space area, now if we do it, it'll change it all to leopard. So that's it for part 1 on Gimp basic tutorial. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more, and also place a comment on what you'd like to hear about next in the next tutorial.